Steve, we'll stay with you on this one because it didn't take any kind of great insight to conjecture or project that Tanner McCallister was going to be an impact on this team. And that's not because he's ultra talented or anything like that. Not that he's not a really good athlete and player, but the obvious connection. He comes in with the 40 games played with Jim Knowles' defense and comes in and he can help coach the defense and be a mentor to his teammates. But now we're seeing it apparently come to fruition that he has made an impact immediately. He's a difference maker, and he may turn out to be just, I don't know how to categorize him, but kind of a special impact player on this team.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It obviously played in Coach Knowles' defense at Oklahoma State, and Coach Knowles kind of regards him as a player coach on the field. That's what Brian Day said as well. So I think the head coach is signing on to this McCallister experiment with him at safety for the Buckeyes, but they've got other guys obviously who are going to be there, like Court Williams and Ronnie Hickman, Josh Proctor. If he ever gets healthy again, that's 4 pretty good safeties for 3 spots, and how they sort through that remains to be seen. There's other guys that will also be in that battle as the season wears on. Some of the younger guys that are starting to come on as well, but it seems right now that Tanner McCallister has the trust of the coaching staff, particularly Jim Knowles, his proxy, his sponsor, who brought him over from Oklahoma State, and so we'll see how this all plays out. I think again, you're interested in seeing some 11-on-11 spring game, and if we're able to go, there's a student appreciation practice on Saturday that we might be able to attend and be able to watch a little bit of some scrimmage situations there potentially, and then we'll have a little better idea of how it's all going to fit together and how they're going to use these guys. But I'm interested to see how it all goes, and they're installing the new defense, and to have people who've played in that defense, at least one guy who understands it, that's tremendous. To have him out on the field to kind of keep everybody pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, I expect Tanner McCallister to stay at that nickel spot, which is what he played at Oklahoma State. Jim Knowles has said he's done well there, and he understands the defense. He's a coach on the field. The interesting thing for me is going to be what happens when Josh Proctor comes back, because right now Ronnie Hickman is the free safety, the field safety. They've got Court Williams as the boundary safety. Josh Proctor is seen, in my eyes, as more of a free safety, which is what Ronnie Hickman is playing right now. And Jim Knowles has been over the top in love with what he has said of Ronnie Hickman and what he's seen from Ronnie Hickman. So if Court Williams elevates his play, do they end up having a rotation at safety there with those 2 back guys? I think Tanner McCallister, the other guys working at nickel right now are Cameron Martinez and Legend Cavazos, who moved over from corner. But I think they're feeling pretty good about safety right now. Knowles did say that they have to continue to work with Court Williams on his pass coverage and what happens when he gets matched up with receivers. Obviously, he's a bigger safety, pushing about 220 pounds. But yeah, I think Tanner McCallister, he wasn't flawless at Oklahoma State. So I wonder what happens when everybody else catches up with him, because right now he's way out ahead in terms of understanding the defense. And you would hope that he would be able to keep that lead, being a very talented player, but also understanding things and not getting caught from behind by a guy like a Cameron Martinez, who is just learning this defense and getting caught from behind by, say, like August or September, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, certainly they have a lot of guys at certain positions. I mean, granted, they are 5 over the 85 technically. I mean, we haven't had the summer enrollees come on campus yet, but we have guys that we're not even talking about. Lathan Ransom, who ended up getting injured in the Rose Bowl. I mean, where does he fit into the mix? I mean, if that, is that a 8-month injury? Is that a 12-month injury? If it's a 12-month injury, that kind of pretty much takes him out for the year. But you have to wonder what's going to happen there. Certainly a lot of good talk about Tanner McCallister. He loses his black stripe this week. He's way out ahead, but as Tony said, I mean, it wasn't a case of where, I mean, he wasn't an All-American. I mean, he still has room to go on his journey as well. Certainly one of the best things he has going is understanding the system. And when you hear terms like, oh, he's like a coach out there, you kind of know what some of the feelings are at that point, that they certainly want to try and have him out there. But, you know, nothing is given and everything is earned, and he's going to have to continue to push and try and keep guys from closing in as they get more comfortable and familiar with the system.